Today we have with us matrimonial attorney Morgan Mazur and psychotherapist Robi Ludwig. Thank you, ladies, for being here with us. So, Robi, let's start with you. Why are more baby boomers in these long-term marriages choosing to end them?
Well, first of all, it's for the age group like 55 and up, 50 and up, and we're living a lot longer. So people are assessing how happy they are in their relationships. Gender roles have changed, so a lot of women are working and have their own money and a way to support themselves. And also, our expectations of marriage is very different. It's now, are you purposely fulfilling me?
Wow.
And that's a lot to put on a person. So people say, I have a lot of years left. How do I want to use it? Who do I want to spend it with?
Yeah, they're being candid about that.
Yeah.
Morgan, what are the unique challenges, though, if you do decide to divorce over the age of 50?
So when you're divorcing when you're older, you're thinking more about preserving assets and not necessarily rebuilding. When you're younger, you have a time to recreate. You're at a different point in your career. There's still career trajectory. Sometimes when you're 55 and older, you're at the end of your career path. And if you're divorcing someone who never worked, they may never even be able to get back into the employment field. So you're really thinking about how to preserve what the family built. Is this going to be enough for me to sustain for the next part? Whereas when you're younger, you could be like, all right, take a little bit more so I can get out of this, I'll rebuild.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So from the legal perspective to what you're seeing, your clients, Robi, when they come in and talk to you, what is the emotional experience of a divorce, a gray divorce?
Yeah, so it can feel like a death. And very much so in terms of one's identity. If you view yourself as a person who's been married for a long time, a family person, there's also a lot of anxiety about the future. Like there's loss as well and loneliness. So you really are in a position where you need to create your own life. And people worry, am I going to be able to take care of myself health-wise? Will I have a new fulfilling future?
Morgan, knowing these steep increases in rates of gray divorce, is there anything that you counsel your clients differently on the front end of marriage?
On the front end.
Yes.
So, yes. So that's actually a really interesting question, and I'm glad you posed it because I tell clients all the time, whether you have money, don't have money, whether you're starting a career or not, a prenup is a really, really important tool. Not only because it's protection because no one knows what the future is going to be, but it also starts those important conversations with your spouse that some people are afraid to have.
Yeah, right.
What do we think we're going to do with money? What are our expectations? Are we having kids? Are we not? And, you know, look at Jeff Bezos. He never had a prenup. He had a little shop in his garage, and look what he became, right? You just never know where life's going to take you. So starting out on that foot already is like a huge step in the game.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, that is interesting. But it's great because his ex-wife did help him build that business, and it's really interesting to see what she's done with all of the wealth that she,
She's helped a lot of historically black colleges and universities, a lot of people in
Totally.
need. Yeah.
It was one of the quickest divorces.
Yeah.
They didn't fight over it. He acknowledged it was one of the most expensive divorces that was not litigated.
Wow. This is filled with fun facts.
That could be due to guilt. That could be, guilt could be useful.
She's like, and psychologically speaking.
Yeah.
Or
Last
that he
question, Robi.
acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Before you leave us, when you are experiencing a gray divorce, it hits the whole family, especially if you've got children, they are older. What is your advice there for the children?
So it could be very disorienting, even for adult kids, because they question like the family unity and what was real, what wasn't. They may be pulled into the mix as far as taking sides. So it's important that they grieve and figure out the appropriate boundaries because they're losing family traditions as well.
Morgan Mazur, Robi Ludwig, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Stay right here. You're watching NBC News Daily.